Alright, we're here with Earl. He got top 8 at TCG Cup. And let's see what you're playing, mate.
Alright, so I decided to play Sinless Infernoble, so the very cheap version of the deck. Overall, deck performed very well. Barely bricked all day. Brick when it mattered, but it's fine. So
Let's check it out.
Your 4 best normal summons. These are by far the best normal summons of your deck. Connector gets to this. Even if you just open Dolphin, Dolphin is nice. That means you can't get ashed on Connector now.
How many draws did you hit out the hand?
I hit so many draws, and sometimes, even if they don't have draw, just looking at the hand, seeing what I need to play around, it's just so nice.
Yeah.
This card is like by far the best starter. You want to see this as much as possible. I'm probably going to tweak the list a little bit to cut it down because I'm running over 40. But yeah, I've realized I want to see this card as much as possible and this card as much as possible. So like, it's just so good. That's by far the best. And then for the Infernoble package, we run 2 Ogier and then the one-ofs warriors, Turpin, Oliver, and Malgus. These are standard. Malgus can shuffle back all your equips back, so you get 1 draw. This is just a nice extender as well. And Turpin is just part of the combo, so you need to run at least 1 of each. I think this is mandatory now, because it shuffles back everything you need, so you can shuffle back like equips you need back into the deck, and it just gives you a free draw. It's like really nice. And also it has a relevant effect, because if you equip this into SP, that thing can't be destroyed by battle now. So like it just makes SP stick a little bit longer, which is really nice. And then for the level 1s, we run 2 Renaud and 1 Ricardetto. Ricardetto is part of the combo. I like 2 Renaud because I can shuffle back, and this gives me a free body. This gives back like free Fire Warriors or equips from Graveyard. And it's just a free body on field if I have a Fire Warrior, and it's really good. This is part of the combo. It's just, if this card is something you can tile a level 4 or lower Fire Warrior in Graveyard, special summon it, and it's just really nice. And also if you open this, yeah, and if you can get to the DDR combo, this is like really easy, because you can just get back any level 4 from grab, and it's just like really nice. And this is good. And the final one, Gefraid. Gefraid is nice because you can most of the time consistently get with it to your combo with the Angelica dump, and sometimes you can play around Nib if your hand's good enough and get Gefraid like on the 5th summon with protection from Nib. So it's like just really good. And then for the 2 warrior extenders, these 2. This card is cracked because if there's an SP on board, you can just beat over it, and this doesn't trigger. And if they try to bounce this back, you can just summon it again for free. And then 5 Flint later, it's just good. You can start off your Durandal if you just need a free body on field to get into a result or something like that. So those are just good. So these are mandatory, I think, as well.
Nice.
And then for like the going second cards, but we run Fenrir. Fenrir is also just good all day. Beats over SP, which everyone is running now, and also gets you Cashier Riseheart, which is a Fire Warrior, which is really good. So it's just another body if you need it, or a free discard. And if you open Fenrir and plus Connector, then you can look at something bigger to discard from the hand. So it's just nice overall.
Fenrir is actually so insane today because it beats over SP, and it's also less than 3,000 to deal with that Typhon.
Yeah, Typhon. Yeah, so it's like
those are like 2 of the most popular cards right
it's
now.
It's just so good. I think I like this all day in the main deck. It was good going first. It was good going second because Fenrir is like really hard to get rid of because if they have an SP, you kind of want it to stick, and if they have a Fenrir, they can just beat over it. So they kind of have to like put more resource just to get rid of this card. They can't pass it back to hand because I just summon it back. So it's just good all day. I think Fenrir was just like so good all day. And then the hand traps. I went for the hand trap lineup because I like the idea of Pack's video. So it's just like the good ones. Droll was see Droll against like, because I played against combo decks all day, so Droll was just good all day. If I say it, it's like man. Ash is just so generic and good that you have to run it. It just hits so many decks. And then Valor Imperm, it's just due to the fact that I can activate these multiple times per turn. So if I draw multiples of them, I don't feel too bad. So yeah, and Imperm is just so you don't get tactics. It was just good. I think running 12 is fine. I think the deck is so overly consistent that running like less of a Fire Warrior engine doesn't really matter.
Did you ever have issues where you didn't draw enough engine?
It only happened once today. That was in Top Cut, unfortunately. I just opened Reynolds and nothing else. And like 2 equips and just nothing else. So it's like, it was just rough. But like, the deck is so overkill. That was like the first time I like full hard bricked the whole day. Like, I couldn't make anything with my hand at all. I think the deck is so overly consistent. And I played over like 6 rounds, and most of the time I went to game 3. So there's at least 18 games where I didn't really break. So,
nice.
And then the best card in probably the deck, Museum. This card is so insane just to search any of your field spell, any of your equip spells, and also the summon from the spell and trap zone. So nice.
Not once per turn.
Not once per turn. So good. And then because that card's so good, you run 3 of this. Because this card searches this, and if you don't need this, then you can search any equip. And you run leave 5 of the Infernoble equips. So you run Owl Mace, Joyous. Sorry, only 4. So Owl Mace can add back from graveyard. Joyous does the same thing. I like Joyous today because it was just another extra send from Isolde. Where it's just an extra equip for Isolde. Most of the time I didn't really use it. Sometimes it did come up, so I did enjoy it. But in the 3, I may cut it to maybe chuck in like another terraforming in there so I can search Museum like easier. But overall, it was just good. It was just good. And then for the good one of the equips, Angelica's Ring, which makes it a lot harder for your opponent because you can't. If you connect a look at their hand and you see like a board breaker in it, you just basically negate everything apart from that board breaker. Because
so this one here is like a spell negate, right?
Yes. So it's just so good. Because the only like spell like board breakers you're scared of is Super Poly and Dark Roll, and this stops both of them. So it's like so nice.
Yeah.
And then the other 2, you need to run this. It's just free hand advantage most of the time, and this is part of the combo. These 2 work.
You don't need to run it.
These 2 work really well together. Because you just banish what you need from the graveyard, and then if you have red on in hand, you can just add this back. Now you have a free discard because you add this back to hand. And it's just
I saw some great Zodiac ban list predictions where they thought Phoenix Blade should get banned. What are your thoughts?
It probably should at some point.
You don't think they're stupid?
I think it's just so much free advantage with this card. I think just having a free discard constantly because you can just banish all the warriors in your grave is just free. Because you don't.
Right, you heard it, guys. Ban Phoenix Blade.
Most of the time, you don't really care. Most of the time, you don't really care that your cards are banished. You can shuffle them back or add them back. Because most of the Infernoble cards don't care if it's banished or, apart from the equips from the graveyard, the monster effects from graveyard.
These 2 is a pretty sweet combo, right?
Yeah. These are good, and these are mandatory.
What were you sending off Isolde during the day?
Probably if I'm sending 4, these 3, and probably like a Joyous. And then if I drew like one of these, which sucks, I'd probably just send one of these if it's a 4. But if I know I can combo without needing Phoenix Blade, I just send this for 1. So like you can, but if you really need this, you just send. If you really need that equip, you send this. Nice. It's flexible as hell. And then the 1 Rhoda. Because it starts its whole deck.
Because there's a warrior deck.
Yeah.
So what was the main deck count for this?
It's 45. Deck? It's like a very big deck count, but the deck's, as I said, really consistent. I wanted to play 12 hand traps and also the 3 Fenrir's and the Rise Heart. So if I saw your Fenrir, I know I can probably combo. I just need another warrior on top of that. So that's like easy as hell.
And you maybe consider chopping it down, or is that fine?
Consider chopping it down to 40 so I can see connect them more. So it's kind of like, do I want to maybe cut Fenrir or maybe cut some of the hand traps down so I can get maybe another terraforming in there, something like that. But I think 45 is fine. I think the deck is already really consistent. Nice. The combo is just two warriors, and then you just have to the decks are really consistent. For the length, there's a 45 card main deck, and for the extra deck, 1 Anima. Could just catches off people if they're like willy-nilly with their monster placement, so they can just like steal for free. And this is also good for SP, because SP is just broken and you need to run it. Because this deck, I'm sorry, this deck isn't good with SP. This deck is so not good with SP. Like, you need SP for this deck.
Damn, get in line, bro. With all the decks that are
you need
not
SP.
good without SP.
Literally, this deck is not good without SP. You need to run it.
Join the club.
And then you need Emperor Charles. It's probably inboard. This deck, this monster is cracked. It's literally a pop, an Omni Negate, and like advantage every turn. And it gets
Omni or Spell Trap?
Spell and Trap, sorry. Spell and Trap, and gets really big. It gets to like 4k most turns.
It's really 2 Spell Trap negates because you bring back the other one.
Most of the time you bring out these 2. Unless you've already used your museum to summon. Most of the time you bring these 2, and then you have other stuff like on top of that, so it's just like, it's so free. And then this is, and like, you can like, that's how you get back in Angelic's Ring, so it's just, you need to run 2. 3's too much, you don't need 3 in my opinion. This is completely fine. Just one card. If I had Typhon, I would replace this with Typhon, but this actually did come up today, where I opened Droll and Oliver in hand. So and Field Spell. So I normal Droll and activate Field Spell, search for a spell, an equip spell, special summon Oliver by pitching the equip spell, make into this, then activate Oliver for equip into this, then Field Spell, type this to summon back. So now you have Isolde. It's scuffed, but at least you still make a board with that hand. So,
man, whoever you did that against must be a bozo.
Yeah, well, it was like really good.
Whoever that was.
But this would be Typhon if I Typhon. I think you do need Typhon. Typhon's just so good because it can crack board really easily.
Someone sell Earl a Typhon.
Yeah, give me that Typhon. And then like the second best link to in the deck is all part of your combo. You can't go wrong with this card.
She's still here.
She's still here. She probably should be limited. I don't know why this card is like still unlimited, but
does the second come up quite a bit?
It does. If I get, it does come up sometimes because if they break my board but they have nothing, I need to go to a second Isolde for the big crackback and kill you. Or if they Emperor in the first effect and I have nothing else, and if I can get another warrior, I can make another Isolde and do full combo, so that's like really good. You need to run 2. 3 is too much because the extra's kind of tight. Not really. There's a little bit of flick spots, but you need to run 2 at least.
Nice.
And then the best card in the deck, SB. You need to run it. You can't. Like
this is
the card. This is literally the format. This is the card of the format. You need it. Literally only played this deck because I pulled this card. There's no ifs,
nice.
Ands or buts, so you need to run this card. Because this like brings the like ceiling for this thing so much higher. Because the card's too good. This would be a second SB if I had it, but Rotten was like pretty good all day as well because it's link 3.
And what's this guy do?
During like when I enter battle phase, I can also pop card on the field, and this can also get rid of Typhon. And then I can just kill you as well. So
look at 2200.
Yeah, it's pretty good. And it pops a card on the field, and it's under Typhon, and you can just kill someone. And then Apo, because if your hand's good enough, you can make Apo before you get Warrior locked. This is part of the connector combo. Sometimes you can get to this because your hand's just good enough. So you can make this get protected from it. Even if you get nib before you can make this, that's completely fine because you can still do full combo. So yeah, you need to run this. And then for the synchros, 1 Angelica, you don't need to run 2. 1's enough because most of the time you only need it for the start, and that's about it. But what's not really normal is running 2 Roland. I saw a video online testing out 2 Roland where if you where you can play under nib, and because you can summon Gearfried on like the 5th summon, and this guy has actually a pretty good relevant effect that you can send an equip sword from deck to add a warrior, so it's just more follow up. And if you need Angelica's Ring, you can send Angelica's Ring with this, and that just gets Emperor Charles to equip into it. So it's like pretty good. And then 1 Emperor Charles, part of the combo. Literally why the Link one's so good, because of this card. To equip, and then you get free pop. And then Roland also has the quick effect, like equipped to a monster you control, so that's just good as well. 1 Baron. I actually didn't go into this card too much, because most of the time I just didn't have enough gas in my hand, but most of the time I just didn't need it. Most of the time people just scoop in and they realize they can't break my board, and they just die on the crackback. But it's just good if you summon Gearfried, and you would actually go against a trap deck, and Gearfried's not that good against it, so you just summon this Baron, and then that's just that's an Omni on there, and then you already have 2 Spam Trap Negates. And last card, Dempsey. It's part of the combo. Their searches, Reynolds for free. It's just good. So that's a 15 card extra deck.
And if you were to make changes, you'd add SP, you'd add Typhon, and everything else pretty good?
Yeah, I think everything else is pretty good. I probably still need to test the 2 Roland more, if it's worth it or not. But the only cards that probably would get cut is this for another SP, and this for another, for a Typhon, if I had it. But they were just good.
Nice.
It was fine. And then for the side deck, you can pivot into 18 hand traps, because it's quite easy to decide in this deck. So you can run 3 of these. DD is just good. It hits a lot of decks. It hits Infernoble pretty well as well. If they go for a, if they go through the Ricardito line, you just hit the one they target, and that's fine. And then Nib, it's just Nib. If a deck's not ready for it or is not expecting it, it's just so good. Even though I only drew it once today, it didn't matter. So it was in top 8 situation, but he already made Baron before I could nib him, so it didn't matter, and I just started that turn. But nib is just good as well. Then 3 crossout. This card is good in theory, because sometimes if you don't open like Connector, you don't get to see their hand. This just protects you from like Droll, nib. It's good in theory. It just wasn't good for me today. It's probably due to the fact that my opponents had multiple hand traps. Because a guy drolled me today, then I chain call droll, then I tried comboing with, then I just got nibbed. So like I couldn't do much about it. I could have, but I forgot to put nib in because I was just stupid. But
Based.
yes, but this card is good in theory because you're running so many hand traps, you have so many targets for it, so it should be fine. And then for the board breakers, you run 2 Lightning Storm and a Feather Duster for the trap decks that you hate. And then 3 evenly for like the weird combo decks or like Flu Wanderers if they play bad and like don't start taping Savion. But yeah, 15 card side. Might like tweak up the side deck for a little, but I'm not too sure yet. There's not a lot of big events in NZ at the moment, so well anymore until next year. But I got time to tweak it a bit. But yeah, deck was like all good all day.
Final thoughts?
I like the deck is a lot better with the Sinful Exposed. It makes it more consistent. But I think as long as you get an SP with the deck, I think the deck it can still make the same boards as with like the Sinful Spores engine. I think the deck is just as good as that. It just makes Sinful Spores just make the decks just a lot more reliable and resilient to hand traps. Which showed today where I just said it's like, oh, I just needed like a Sinful Spore just to send. But I think the deck is
you still got it done pretty well.
Still so good, yeah.
Good stuff,
so,
bro.
Yeah. So shout out to the boys coming out. Shout out to some of the boys. Thanks for Roger lending me out the Fenris today. Was good all day. So yeah. Peace.
Sweet.